really care. It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. They don't really care about us.
Fists up high, all together. Every day good for weather. If it's hard, it'll be all better. Stand for something, don't forget it together. You gotta wake up and be someone. It's all inside of you. Believe in yourself and the God inside of you. These people starving, they don't care for the children. But we can make it one day if we keep on building.
It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. It's time to wake up, yo. We need to rise up, yo. It's been too long, we've been sleeping, yo. Take off the blinders and stand up tall. They don't really care about us.
Suave on the beat.
Why we living in the matrix? Mirrors and hate with love. Rabbit holes, it was all tricks. Mirrors and hate with love. Land of zombies, hope you got clips. Mirrors and hate with love. Fantasy, so this is hostage. Erasing hate with love. 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 Screaming Black Lives Matter. Melanated like disaster. New world, same agenda. Yeah, they want us all in the casket. Oh, Lord, please help me. I don't know what's happening. Oh, please. I just don't know what's happening. What's happening now? Now. Oh, yeah. Why we living in a matrix? Erasing hate with love. Rabbit holes, it was all tricks. Erasing hate with love. Land of zombies, hope you got clips. Erasing hate with love. Fantasy, so this is hostage. Erasing hate with love. 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 Fake air, fake news, chemtrails, fake foods, fake religions, fake rules, fake celebs and fake jewels. Nothing's what it seems, all clues. Nothing's what it seems, all clues. Nothing's what it seems. Nothing's what it seems, it's all clues. Nothing's what it seems, it's all clues. Why we living in a matrix? Erasing hate with love. Rabbit holes, it was all tricks. Erasing hate with love. Living in this land of zombies, hope you got clips. Erasing hate with love. Fantasy, so this is hostage. Erasing hate with love.
And we back, man. It's your girl StarChougie here to shine a little light on another dark ass situation, man. We got Fred Daddy in the building on time.
I'm always on time.
See, I showed y'all something. I showed y'all a little something a couple weeks ago. It's power in the tongue, man. All right. And when I started calling him Mr. Fred SP on time, when I started saying the nigga always on time, what that I gonna do? Showed up right on time. He beat me here. How about that?
Yeah.
How was your week, co-host, my brethren, my this is my baby's godfather, everybody, in case y'all didn't know. Let me let the world know. This is now Kazar godfather, my best friend, okay? My best friend. That's my best friend, y'all.
The water god.
Yeah. So I had to select somebody that I know that is spiritually and mentally able to raise a Chougie child. to help support raise a Chougie child, right?
A ratchet and bougie one.
You already know. But you know, he's awoke, baby. He's awakened.
He's awake.
Shall I say?
All the way up. All the way up. He all the way up.
You know what I'm saying? He won't be able to go to any daycare because he won't be taking any naps. You motherfucker. But yeah, so how was your week, man?
My week was cool. I've been really with a lot of things that's going on in this health world. I just been really focused on just making sure I'm healthy. You know, I've been taking a lot of turmeric and elderberry shots. I ain't gonna lie, I'm fascinated with just seeing my pee clear and white. I just like I'm hype about white, clear, transparent pee. Like,
you ain't leaving no stank in the bathroom when you know what I mean? You can piss in the bathroom, ain't leaving no little stench. Like, goddamn, boy, you ain't drink no water in the month of Sundays.
Yeah, like,
oh, that's what's up.
Fruit, spinach. So yeah, I'm just trying to make it a routine and add some. Once I get the exercise in there, I will feel like I accomplished something.
Well, you know that's called ritual. So what you're doing is a little what they call witchcraft, brethren.
I'm warlocking.
You out here warlocking.
I'm warlocking.
But yeah, you know it's crazy because they call things like that when you're herbally inclined and you're taking care of your vessel with the things of the earth, the fruits of the earth. You're then called a witch or a warlock or whatever. But I just call it good living, man.
No, for real, because I always think about, in my mind, I always think about those people that lived in the jungle before, when people thought they were smart and outsmarting people, you know, because I know for a fact, like, it's a snake that bites you, but at the same place where the snake bit you is a plant that can heal that snake bite. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And if these people was living a life expectancy longer than us, how are we so smart? How we got all the answers? How are we the leaders of the technology when we can't even architecturally build what they built, and we not even living as long with all these new resources?
All these
new how are
poisons.
We smarter than them? So
yeah, it's all these new poisons, man. But you know what? Cause we got these exclusive guests in the building, right? So we want them to be able to chime in on these conversations that we having right now. Cause I want to go a little deeper. You know what? I'm gonna just let them introduce themselves because they so lit, and I'm so happy to have them here. And it's black love, man. I mean, it's melanated love. Y'all know how I feel, but we got them in the building, man.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
Most
being
thankful
here.
for y'all having us on y'all
Grateful.
show.
Yes. My name is Khadijah. You call me Deej. I'm sorry. My name is Khadijah. You guys can call me Deej.
Okay, Deej.
And I'm co-owner of Black News.
Okay.
It's my better half. To
Yeah.
call it right
Yes,
here.
yes,
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, my queen.
Yeah.
Peace and Black Power family. My name is Brother Del Twine. The second half of Black News. You know, this wouldn't be possible without my queen, but
yes, I appreciate that.
Thank you,
Yes.
baby, and thank y'all for having us.
Yes.
most definitely, we great to have y'all.
We
man.
love the love, man.
Yeah,
And that's the name of our EP is called Love Song, and it's all about, you know, uniting the male and female species.
The male and feminine energy back together, man.
We're huge on that right now. We're huge on that.
I love that. We love it. Maybe we can get you in a video.
Listen, talk to us. We're here for you.
It sounds like a good opportunity to get them in the video and show what we're singing about. You
Absolutely.
I hear the conversations that y'all having. I it all.
Exactly.
I'm really loving it. I'm loving it.
Oh yeah, it goes down on this show.
Yes.
See, we like the Toucan call us the freedom fighters, man. We're the freedom fighters.
Right.
No,
you
that's
know.
right.
We all about to fight.
Absolutely.
Fight for the liberation.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready to rumble. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I just had my baby. He'll be 2 months on the 4th.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Yes,
so
yes.
much. His name is Now Kazar. He's the 4th to the Chougie Empire. I got all boys.
Oh, wow.
22-year-old, 19-year-old.
19. Look at
14.
you. Looking all good.
Yeah, I got 22. I got a grandson too. But yeah, I got a 14-year-old that's about to be 15 soon, and then I got little Nile who's brand new to the bunch.
Starting all over, but
Starting from
right.
scratch. But you know, it's a gym. He's a gym to have, and you know we're here to like friend always say, be fruitful and multiply. That's what we
exactly.
that's
We're here
what
to
we're supposed to
reproduce
do.
with our own.
Yeah, legacy.
Yeah. So, you got the camera on me. Goddamn. Hey, hey, friend, daddy, SP people. But yeah. So, what do you guys do?
So, to start it off, I'm an electrician. You know, that's my background.
Oh, good. We need one of you in our
years.
nation.
Yes, man,
we
yes,
building
man.
a plantation.
Yeah,
we
building
need
the
you in our
nation.
nation.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna need
Resources.
doctors. We're gonna need
Lawyers.
scientists,
Oh,
lawyers.
engineers.
Yeah, we gonna,
Okay.
my baby's a lawyer in the making.
In the making. I'm working on it.
You already made it. You already made it. You put
Absolutely.
it out there.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
a lawyer.
manifesting it right now as we
Exactly.
speak. So
Yes.
It's
Exactly.
been manifested.
You'll be the kind.
absolutely.
You'll be the kind without the slime.
Exactly.
The lawyer, not the destroyer.
Exactly.
So that's a little bit of our background. You know, I'm an electrician. She's a lawyer.
Okay.
We met about 7 years ago. We've been rocking for about 7 years now.
Boom.
Oh, I got a
2014.
question.
Yeah, what's your question?
See, I don't normally ask these type of questions on this show.
Go
Okay.
ahead,
But
brother.
now I'm interested. So where did you guys meet?
Wow.
Oh man.
Ironically enough, he slid in the DMs. Okay.
It went down in the DMs. Yeah, that's how.
I threw a little subtweet out there, right?
Yeah, you know, I caught that thing.
I'm
had to reel
like,
it
can
in.
somebody text me? No, good one.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
Now see
So
y'all
in the
just
DMs real quick.
y'all just gave me a little hope. I wasn't giving no brothers no flavor.
The deer.
You gotta do your investigation. That's
Tell
all.
my people that like
Okay.
just do a little investigating on
Right.
who he
Well,
is.
right,
and
You
who
know,
right,
he
that's,
is.
what,
right.
that's you're a lawyer, so that's you know what I mean. You do
I ask a lot of
Yeah.
questions, no
Yeah.
matter what. I'm questioning everything. But why is this like
Yeah,
that?
I had to put a
Okay.
resume in.
So did you DM me about 6 o'clock?
Right.
Okay.
Or was it 7 o'clock?
So was you getting off of work? I mean, was you getting off of work at 6 o'clock?
Uh-huh. Had to go
I
through
never said
Instagram,
nothing about
Facebook.
working. I just threw that out there to make sure you worked. Good.
Exactly.
I don't even think he knew that I had it. That I knew that I found him on Facebook. I found him on Facebook.
Oh,
Everything.
yeah.
I ain't friend him or nothing. I just wanted to keep a close
Yeah.
eye. on-
Mutual friends and
Yeah.
all of that.
yeah.
Facebook is
Yeah.
how you go to be a creep on some
Exactly.
real, because it's so easy to go and see who the, and then you see who that
Yep.
and then
Yep.
it's like a web of just
Literally. You can go back for years.
you
So
go years and then you see who know who and who's commenting on certain shit. Yeah, I ain't mad at Facebook. I'm not. But do you guys have any children?
oh no.
No children.
no.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Not yet.
Oh,
Not
Okay,
yet.
because I just feel like we're not in a place like
Okay.
where we feel comfortable enough to have children. You know what I mean? We're still learning a lot about ourselves and
Right.
about the world,
We really
and
want to build a
want to
foundation
be
before.
exactly.
Oh man,
Bring
y'all,
children
y'all
into the
literally-
world.
y'all literally
Absolutely.
planning
Yeah, that's
y'all.
smart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's smart, 'cause
Yeah.
Around here,
Oh man, shit
people
just
had sex
happened.
and had babies.
Shit just happened.
I know. As if they don't know what it takes to have a baby. I'm like,
Right,
you can only have a child one way.
Oh,
Right, I mean,
Everybody,
like-
mom and dad mad. I
Right.
brought you here. I'll take you out. Damn. That's
Like, I
some
ain't
nut
asked to be
ass
here.
shit
You
to
know
say.
what I mean?
Like I ain't ready to go yet.
Right.
The fuck?
So like he said, we definitely have a foundation and we have a plan. You know, we're not just doing things out of spite or we're just going to just.
That's dope.
You know,
How
it's-
old or how? If you guys don't mind me asking, I don't know if that's
Oh, I'm 27.
okay. You guys,
28.
so you still
Yeah.
babies technically.
Ooh, I love to hear that because
Oh,
I'm like
that's
30.
true,
30 is
that's true.
like.
Yeah, you
No,
know
real
what I
rap.
mean?
Like I'm 36.
I'm
and
41.
I start having kids not that early. I feel like 24 in my society is like fairly later off to have kids. They have kids
Yeah.
13, 14 around
Right,
here.
right,
Yeah.
But
Right.
even at 24, like I thought I was ready, but reality, like I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I like to hear when people actually plan. Like
Right.
I don't even know if any of my friends was playing. Like everybody just
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Right. Right.
just
I get it. I mean,
Right.
to be quite honest, I don't none of my four was planned to happen, and then I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and
Playing around this now. Right.
It's like one of them stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready. So I guess I was ready and didn't know I was ready. But anyway,
Okay. That makes
yeah,
sense. That
moving
makes
forward,
sense.
they all taken care of. They healthy.
That's all that matters.
Right.
Healthy.
Good
Right.
now, by
Right.
the way.
They
Not
take
knowledgeable,
all of
and
that.
that's it.
Yeah, you know
They
what I
made
mean.
it
That's
educated.
good. That's good.
So it was something that you was talking about, friend, and I wanted to piggyback off of that. And now I can't, but I wanted to our friends to chime in. And I can't kind of remember what it was. What were you discussing right
Before
we?
they came, I was just discussing health, you know, and
Yeah.
being healthy. And right now, for lack of words, I feel like it's a war against, health right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I feel like you should understand, probiotics, antibiotics, things that stop mucus from building up in your body, what causes
the number one cause of disease is mucus.
you know what I mean? And
Get that cow out of there.
Hello.
So to each
Chicken
his
too.
own.
All that.
All the meats.
All of it.
But,
As much as you can.
We're
like,
pescatarians. All right?
So are we.
Likewise.
Okay. All right. You guys know.
The connection.
Absolutely.
Yes. I feel like that's why we here, because our energies match. When I met brother at the thrift con, it was like our energies.
We was hustling.
Right.
We was out there hustling.
Wait, we didn't talk about that. The sweatshirts that you guys have on.
Oh, yeah.
We gonna get into that.
All right, but
Because before we get into
that,
I just wanted to ask him this question.
all right.
I like to lead into it.
All right, well, let's finish with this other.
And we ain't trying to just sell stuff.
Yeah,
We want to
Right.
Because I want to understand how y'all two
Don't ask that. Don't ask that.
I ain't gonna ask
All right.
for something different.
Yeah, no, I'm saying we gotta finish this. We gonna finish this health joint first.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
You know,
True,
and then we slide on into that.
True.
But yeah, that's definitely what you guys just said. Getting the meats and the dairy out of your system, because mucus is the number one. It's the only disease.
Right.
Right.
Disease. Okay.
Disease
All right. Your body is
disease
of
in
the body.
Exactly. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, friend, you bring the right type of guest on here.
Yeah, see, I'm on fire, back to back. I'm on fire.
Where the bombs at?
Brother. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of people not getting. It's really that simple. And then they'll say, well, my grandmom had diabetes and high blood pressure, because your grandma was the one who was
eating the
that
same thing that you did.
That good
A lot
old
of people
pig
don't
feet.
know that bad habits are passed down through generations. They think that diabetes, which you could prove through science that it may be, but also you could also look at it in a simpler form that you are eating the same thing that your families was eating.
Right.
Period.
Genetically in your DNA.
Yeah.
Yes.
That same with that recipe. Like switch that recipe.
Yep.
Take that sugar and make it brown sugar.
Make it some
Teach your
money.
kids while they're young. Teach your kids while they're young to eat the good stuff, so that you won't have to force them to try to not eat McDonald's. If they don't know what McDonald's is from the rip,
They can't miss it.
they can never miss
Something
it.
you never had.
Exactly.
That's
They will only
it.
want veggies and fruit if that's what you give to them, and they will. They will like that.
Yeah.
They will.
Listen, that is proof for sure, because my grandson, I wasn't giving him anything but I couldn't breastfeed him, of course, because my grandson, but I was making like banana and spinach smoothies and things like that for him. I'm talking about when he was 2 months.
Right.
And by the time he turned a year old, he was eating a salad off of people's plate, like no dressing or nothing. Like, and so I'm like, yeah, that's and so with this baby, that's all. I'm not introducing him to no candies, no sweet, none of that. Nothing.
Exactly.
We don't get down with none of that stuff, and we're not about to start. We did, and it was a fight. It was a struggle. It's been 6 years now.
You gotta watch when you bring them to your family members' houses, and they watching your kids, and they doing it right.
And I don't want to have to duke my family up. I love them. I don't want to have to duke them up. But if they, that they don't understand that it's a spiritual thing. It's not just a health thing, because that sugar calcifies your pineal gland.
Yes, talk about it.
Talk about it. And it takes you to wisdom. Your third eye. That's where you gain a lot of your knowledge and your wisdom from without reading a book. I'm talking about just downloads, right?
Oh, she preaching, y'all.
You better know. And then when I tell you about the pineal, let me tell you about the pineal gland.
You don't know what that is? Google that right now.
You got the sugar. You keep the sugar. You keep the sugar out the pineal gland.
Hey, watch that fluoride too.
That fluoride.
Watch that fluoride.
Listen,
favorite toothpaste too.
Get you some charcoal or something and get that
some
fluoride.
Toothpaste or
Get that fluoride out your system.
It's so deep. It's so deep because we don't even know the war that is against us. The war that's waged against us by
invisible. It's an
right.
invisible war.
I ain't gonna say who
World
was
War
waged by,
I
but
said
we know
1%.
Okay,
all right.
But it's on our consciousness.
Yes.
So
This is the most deep war. This is the most intricate war we ever fought because
Absolutely.
we don't see this enemy.
They're so sneaky with that. So sneaky with it.
But we see the enemy.
Yes.
The enemy sees the enemy.
Right. Because the enemy can be the end of you.
And it can be your worst enemy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So it's like that.
love it.
Yeah, it's very deep what we going through right now. And so to be able to see is a gift. People say, when we going to be able to fly? A lot of motherfuckers like, I want to be able to fly. What happened to all our powers and things we were supposed to get? You know, listen, you got everything is inside. Everything
Still
that
here.
you need.
Right.
And if you can't unlock it, then sorry for you.
Right.
Maybe you just meant to come back here again and try it again.
True.
You gotta learn how to vibrate on higher frequencies. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like this music,
That
the
432
food.
hertz, get you some love, energy up in here.
Exactly.
If you
32.
can't, if you don't have any 432 music, listen to me and Friend Daddy about to drop a new project, or you could just download Evolution of StarChougie on every platform, man.
Download that.
Get you
So-
some love, frequency, music.
So what transpired between like you guys like DM, like you dating, and normally you just get to know each other. So
Friend stuck on this DM.
no, watch this. I got this.
I'm gonna try it out. Well, I need to know.
Bro, trying to figure something out.
I got this.
Go ahead. I'm
So
listening.
like, how did that, transpire into y'all sitting together and putting y'all thoughts together for the Black News? Like, how did it transition from I like you, or I'm trying to get to know you, to I want to build with your mind and put something out there for our people? Like, when did that transition happen?
I mean, it's been a long time coming, brother. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't always like this. You know what I'm saying? When we first got together, what gravitated me towards her was really more so the fact that she was in school to be a lawyer, and she was actually someone that was doing something. You know what I'm saying? When you in a dating pool, you see all the different chicks. You know what I'm saying? Most of the chicks that you meet, and they not into nothing really much. You know what I'm saying? They may be working, they may be, some of them may be strippers, you know what I'm saying? Bottle girls.
No long-term goals, basically.
Exactly.
Right,
And the conversation's shallow, very shallow. So it's just like, once I got with someone who I felt the intellect was deeper than any other conversation I had with anyone else, it was just like, it was on from there.
Absolutely.
We traveled the world, you know what I'm saying? We took our first trips together. We're gonna been in Bahamas, Mexico, Jamaica, Cali, like, you know what I'm saying? Just taking trips, experiencing the world in different ways. I feel like that opened our minds a little more as time progressed, and then, out of all the stuff that's going on between us and the police and the killing of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and stuff like that transpiring, it really sparked.
It last year.
Something in us.
Right.
I don't know what it was. I'm not saying everybody else is gonna get that same spark, but something in us, it sparked us, and it was just like, how can we contribute to the fight, to the cause of the liberation, and stop the injustice? And here we came with Black News, just a way to, advocate the way we feel through clothing and try to teach people through that same light.
In a way in which we felt like they would perceive it properly. Because you tell them to read a book or tell them to listen to this lecture by, an elder that they're not going to do it.
If it's not on a minute TikTok, then you can
Exactly. And to take it even like a little further back, I just felt like we were on the same page with a lot of things, like from education to, like you said, just basic intellect and basic common sense. Just knowing that we weren't going to have a child out of wedlock, we wanted to have a house, we wanted to have a steady foundation. So those, like, when our goals aligned in that way, everything else kind of just fell in place. We know we want to attain generational wealth. How we're going to do it, we're still figuring it out. We know it takes multiple streams of income to do that.
Yeah.
So, we started with real estate. We started with just trying to start our own other small businesses, individually, and just come up with some goals to get us to where we need to be. And then, like you said, last year when George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, when that happened, that kind of just sparked us, we need to do something to advocate for our youth, because they're also attacking the youth. Our black boys, there's a war against our black boys, y'all.
Destroy the minds of black boys.
So it's out there right now. And we know kids love fashion. Everybody into fashion. So we're like, let's try to make something so that, they can learn from it. We're also going to, with the clothing, we're giving out flyers as well, like pamphlets about, different elders where you can just learn different topics.
Yeah.
Depending on what we're talking about. for the moment with the hoodies and stuff like that. But
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. You know what I mean? I mean, anything that we can do for the melanated folks, that's what we all need to chip in and just jump in there.
absolutely.
Whatever you can do, just jump the fuck in there. Get up
If you scared,
off the
just
couch
jump
and just jump in there somewhere.
So why did y'all call it Black News?
Good question. Good question. It was actually started from Black News. Is actually the original Black News was a I guess you could call it, for lack of a better word, a newspaper Tribune that started out in New York, where they pretty much advocated and was a voice for the streets of the 70s, during the Black Panther era and stuff like that, where, they did nothing but talk about political issues, or even not political, but, racial injustice and stuff like that was transpiring during the time, and it just...
in an artistic way. Like, they
That
put
was
collages together with different propaganda schemes against us, but they kind of flipped it.
That was in the 70s.
Right.
So, mind you, it got shut down probably a few years after it started. So,
Right.
it didn't have a long run.
Right.
So, honestly, through seeing their message and how they were trying to do it, it really inspired us, and then
We picked it up from there, from where they left off.
we
Because
are continuing their legacy, as you may call it.
It's a good jump.
I like it, right? I just gotta say this part, right? I love what you guys are doing, but I just want to say, to make sure that when you get to some of these things that's going on, right?
Right.
You are actually going within and asking yourself, is this shit right?
Okay.
Right.
Understandable.
The reason why I'm saying that is because you mentioned the George Floyd and the Breonna Taylor thing. Me personally, I seen a lot of holes in it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of it is to cause separation amongst the people.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it's for.
And it's like, if we make everybody hate each other, make the whites hate the blacks, make everybody hate the cops, make everybody is building so much hate, and they separating in each corner, each pocket.
Right.
You got the Trump supporters versus the Biden supporters. I don't fuck with none of that.
It's
It's just a puppet.
all the
It's a
same
puppet.
game.
Exactly. Somebody's up there pulling both strings of both sides.
All the same
Same
thing.
thing.
Exactly.
Y'all having a party.
Exactly.
Nothing but a
No
gangster
matter
party.
Democratic,
Exactly.
Republican.
Exactly.
Right.
It's still a
Ain't
party.
It's still a party.
Same agenda,
And ain't none of them for us.
Exactly.
And what they will do is, what I've noticed is, they will take the word black and they will take it to try to manipulate us, because we'll say, oh, that's a black-owned college, I'm sending my kids there.
Right.
And then you find out it's owned by George Floyd.
Right.
You know what I'm
Soros.
saying?
Right.
I mean,
George
George
Soros.
Soros. I'm
George
sorry.
Soros.
we knew where you were getting at. No,
That was for the listeners. That was for the
Yeah, we were
listeners.
seeing if y'all was woke. We were seeing if y'all was
This is a
we
wolf
were
podcast.
See if you was asleep, you ain't catch on to that, right? You don't know what just happened
Like George
just now.
Floyd opening up college.
Hey, like, that's what he did with that million.
He with the
That's what
Cheney
he
and
did with all the
graduated.
millions. You know,
man.
funny as shit. But yeah, so it was just like all the melanated people that had been beat up by the police. You mean to tell me now y'all get us 129 million?
Right.
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 Now they're passing the George Floyd Act and all of this.
I saw.
Damn.
I
Doesn't make any
dissected that
sense.
video apart.
Yeah.
The video was shot on 2 different days, 3 different times.
The George Floyd situation?
I got the videos. I'll send them to
I'm
you.
about to say,
You know
send
what?
us after this.
I
You
can-
gonna have to
I can
send
believe
that
it
to us.
100%.
Time stamps.
You gonna have to send that to
One
us.
of them looked like a fucking dummy on the ground. 2 of the police officers wasn't. They was crisis actors.
Okay. Talk to him.
know about
Okay,
that.
because when I start talking like this, I get called a conspiracy
No,
theory.
it's okay. It's all good.
I just
Because
need-
we already see in 2021 ain't no such thing as
Hello.
conspiracy theory.
Hello.
Everything that they
Right.
said was bullshit.
It's happening.
It ended up being right.
Hello.
The
It ended up being right.
CDC just told us how to prepare for a zombie apocalypse.
Right. How are you projecting and predicting all of this stuff?
Because they're doing it.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They are the
told you wear a
Bible.
mask, then they told you the mask don't work, and then
Right.
they told you to double wear the mask.
Right.
And then they wonder why people are hesitant about taking the,
They
you know,
said
the jab.
when it happened last year, they said they couldn't mandate the vaccines, and now
It's mandated.
now they're
There's
mandating the vaccines.
literally footage of Biden saying the complete opposite things
Oh, yeah.
within months apart of each other, and I'm like, guys, like,
Well, that's
Is-
just
Right.
that's
is this
just,
not-
yeah. What that is the exposure. Exposure. Mother Nature is doing a job cleansing the planet
Right.
right now, and there is no in between. You literally you either good or evil. It's good versus evil right now.
right,
And I don't know if y'all peeped it or if y'all lost any loved ones, but I lost 3 in a week and a half time. Right. And what I realized is, and I don't want to seem like heartless saying this, but it's like if you are in the middle,
Right.
like to the point where you wouldn't pick a side either way, like you don't know what to do.
Right.
Right.
It seemed like they being just wiped out, and it's crazy. But I'm talking about they dying in their sleep. They're ODing. Like one was shot, but the other one died in his sleep. The other one OD'd, like so pretty much died in his sleep.
right.
A lot of people dying from fentanyl and all this stuff. This is drugs they've been taking for quite some time. now.
Right. So
And
what's
this-
changing now?
It's a shift.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shift, and that only the strong survive is not just a understatement. It's real.
Right. To
You know?
piggyback off what you said earlier too, because I felt what you said when you said about when you was talking about does it feel right? You know what I'm saying? Does it feel right? And the whole I don't know, my mic cutting out.
Yeah.
Like my mic cutting out.
Okay, you
But
back.
but with
You
the
back.
whole the George Floyd thing, like you said, it seemed like there's so many holes and
All the celebrities
more so,
pushing it.
we had this discussion previously, like when we introduce ourselves and our story, we don't want it to be like George Floyd
Black
inspired.
Lives Matter.
I don't
Right,
feel like
right.
Yeah.
that didn't inspire us. It was already
Within
the
us.
fire was
Yeah.
already in
Just
us,
sparked
but it
it.
just seemed like
Yeah.
that just made us take the initiative. Like, oh, let's just start this clothing line.
Right.
Let's
You
just
know
make
what?
the
It
clothing
could have
line
been.
black.
It could have been too. Your inner self,
Yeah.
letting you know
Right.
that you needed to do something to divert from the bullshit that's
Yeah.
being
Right.
told.
That is very
So you
true.
could
That
put
is
out
very
that-
true.
a more controlled narrative.
That's very true.
Exactly.
Because we too felt the same way, and I feel like the Breonna Taylor George Floyd situation, it literally that was the icing on the cake for me, and I figured it out. Like in my head, I'm like, okay, clearly these are clear indications that we will never be your equal counterpart, and this is all you guys are broadcasting this
So
for,
just
on
a
live
friendly
television.
reminder.
It's a friendly
Like
reminder
you're
all the time. I'm like,
reminding us.
there's millions of things that we don't see on television every day. And this is what you're going to choose to show us 9 minutes
over and over and over
of a police officer like with his knee on somebody's neck. I'm
And-
like, that's not even lawful at all. It's not in any police protocol to do that.
And you know what's crazy? If this was about 30 years ago, that would have happened. They wouldn't have showed that.
Exactly.
At all.
They would have said
If
that
it
was
really-
too.
At all.
If it really happened,
They wouldn't
if it was
show
really
that.
something that took place that they didn't control, because they
Right.
control the narrative.
Exactly.
They wouldn't have showed it.
It wouldn't have
It
showed
looked
us.
too
Thank
bad.
you. Thank
It's
you.
like,
Right.
It's like, hey, mom, while y'all on vacation, I'm gonna show y'all all the bullshit
Right.
we doing
Right.
in the house,
Right.
just so
Right.
you don't trust us no more.
Right.
Never leave us in his house
Right.
by itself.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
the man is clearly dead.
Yeah.
Ambulance is right there. You're
Yeah.
still on his neck. I'm like, come on now. This is
Exactly.
clearly blasphemous in our face,
It's
like
dumb as
spit in
shit.
our face.
You
Like,
mean tell me I'm supposedly you just sat there with your knee on his neck all day?
Right.
Your
Just
knee
all
ain't
day.
hurt.
right.
You
Not thinking you're going to get in trouble?
And just watching the video of him saying, I can't breathe. First of all, right, here's the thing. I've been choked before. I said this plenty of times. When you being choked, you can't say a motherfucking word. You can gasp for air. You can try to let a word out, but it's not like, I can't breathe, everybody.
Okay.
Everybody over to the right. Listen, I can't breathe. Did I tell y'all that? No.
Yo, you want to know what's funny about that?
What?
Why I try to pull that off, right?
Friend, you know that
Yo,
this
you know
could
the
be,
cop said.
I tried it.
No, you know the cop said, man, don't fucking try that shit.
Wow.
Yo, I almost cracked the fuck up though. Like, damn. I just ain't want him to touch me. So as soon as it
They
got
like, we
near
know that
me,
that shit was
I done
fake.
got on some shit. I can't breathe, man. Don't go ahead with that shit.
He's like, I ain't even on that type of time.
Yeah.
None of us out here.
No,
Right.
they
As a
basically
weapon
saying
now.
that we're gonna fuck you up regardless. We
Right.
don't give a fuck.
Right.
You can
If
breathe,
you can
if
watch
you
it.
can leave,
Right.
you
Exactly.
can achieve.
Right.
We gonna fuck you up
Right.
regardless.
Right.
Exactly. And we can get away with it.
Yeah, we
Right.
ain't trying to hear none of that
Right.
shit. Basically, that shit don't work out here.
Right.
And what they do, why would they mandate a mask law, right? And then they have everybody running around the street saying, I can't breathe. Knowing that it's power in the tongue.
Right.
Knowing that their whole
Right.
agenda is to
Talk
take
to 'em.
the breath out of our bodies. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking those things into the universe like that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yo, you know what I
And
researched
all
about the
all
mask,
we
though?
heard for that whole, it's
I can't breathe.
2-3 months is I can't breathe.
Signs. That's all you
Yeah,
see.
you just remind me of
Shirts.
something. I was educated that with the mask, you supposed to take like some type of ventilation test to even make sure you got enough oxygen in your body to maintain
Oh yeah,
that.
you're not.
Oh my goodness.
You're not.
You
You
know.
know the whole purpose of breathing
Yeah.
in oxygen
Look that up.
is breathing out the carbon
Hello.
monoxide. So you're breathing in your body.
Just
needs,
recycling the same
Yeah.
air over and over and over again.
yeah.
I'm
so-
like, I never understood the masks, but
Right.
you know, do it to go in the store. But even that, I keep the mask right below
me
my
too.
nose.
Me
Listen,
too.
I need oxygen. I don't know about
yeah,
you guys.
I'm not putting it on my nose. Okay.
Right.
If y'all don't want me in your store, then I get the fuck
I
out.
can leave,
Yeah,
right.
I really don't.
Right.
And so that's what I'm saying. You know, we're on that tip now where it's just time for us to build our own. It's no more rap. So I'm in the process of doing that now. I'm selling my
amen to
properties
that.
here.
Okay, look at
And
you.
I mean, like as of Thursday,
Oh wow.
and trying to find some farmland, and I'm trying to find some more like-minded people. So if you
Amen.
guys, in,
Oh yeah.
me in,
Listen,
you
we,
know.
we actually have our own garden, so
Yeah,
like
that's how you do it.
we're doing that big right now. We got a greenhouse and everything,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're big on that
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's where the power is really. You know what
It
I mean?
is.
Like
They're
you
going to
can
try
have
to
a-
starve us. It ain't no
Yep.
motherfucking doubt about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I took a 6-hour drive down south, right? And do you know, I saw 6 hours worth of dead crops.
Yeah, they're burning the crops. Yeah.
My goodness.
The
I
government's
saw-
paying the farmers to
They're
burn
paying
the
the
crops.
farmers
Yes, they
millions
are.
of dollars
Yep.
to burn and get rid of their
per
crops.
acre. Per acre.
Yep.
And so I saw one home, and you could tell that they were still living on this land, and the crops were still living. And I was like, I want to get out and go get them a hug, like.
Right.
But I know they're gonna think I'm weird as shit for this, so I'm not. I'm gonna leave these people alone. But it
Wow,
was just
wow,
like
wow.
I saw
6
one,
hours?
6 hours. I saw one farm,
After an
active farm, with growing crops, and they didn't even have a whole lot, but they was growing their own
See.
crop, and I was happy to see this. I'm like, goddamn! So you mean to tell me you sold out, and nobody said,
Right. Which is a little weird.
why are we doing this?
Right. Well, I don't.
Because they from what I've heard, that the government pretty much gave them an ultimatum, like either y'all burn it,
Or we
we'll
gonna do
pay
it.
y'all, or we're gonna do it, and we're not gonna pay y'all.
or when you try to
How-
turn your crops in, you're not going to get as much for it as you
Trying to
once
penalize
was.
them on selling their.
And who is this fucking government? I'm so tired of people. Like, how is people letting these people
Right.
that we don't
even see.
we don't know nothing about them.
Exactly.
We don't know who their mama is.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't doing no research. How the fuck is we letting them bully us and tell us what to
Because
do?
people are asleep. People are asleep. And people think, like, when you tell them something, like I tell people all the time, start your gardens right now.
Yes.
Let's grow more food right now. Take your money out the banks right now. Like,
Yes.
it's like, this is real things. It's not, everything is not a conspiracy. Like, you just have to look at, like, use the senses that God gave to us.
There you
Okay?
go. There
Look
you
at
go.
look at the sky with your eyes. Look at different things. Use your senses. And you
that's
can
another
determine
thing.
this type
well,
of stuff.
Speaking of looking at the sky with your eye, they've been doing some tricky
Hello?
shit. I feel like they're
shit.
about to do some. I feel like they're about to do some old Project Blue.
Don't
Beam.
say it.
Blue
Don't say
beam.
it.
Oh shit, she done
Thank
brought Project
you.
Blue.
But where are the bombs at in here?
Hey,
I'm telling you, like, we're on
I
the
ain't trying to get y'all shut down.
Right,
Start talking
right.
about certain things now.
Listen, we
This is
talk
right
about
up our alley now. Y'all done got the wrong folks up here
love
now.
it.
we listen. When we introduced this show, we said we here to shine a little light on dark ass
Situation.
situations.
No
That's
filter,
right.
no filter,
Not
no
at all.
censorship. I love
Not
it.
at all.
Right,
And but yeah, I feel like they're about to try to trick us, man.
Mm-hmm.
They had one of my homies that I love to watch, Young Pharaoh.
Oh,
They done fucked up the whole
Oh
so-called
my
conscious
gosh,
community.
yes.
I used to watch Young Pharaoh
yeah, us
religiously.
too. Us too.
We
And
learned a
see,
lot from him.
Yeah, I could strangle him
Right.
because he turned over.
Right.
And now he's
Right.
talking all about his alien encounters. And I'm not
Right.
going to say, because he said something when he had an alien encounter, some spark that he felt up his spine when this happened. And I felt that spark right after I had my baby. I felt it 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about to the point where I thought I wasn't going. I thought I was going to be can't move no more.
Really?
Wow.
Straight up, 4 times. And this happened in my sleep, and it was just me and him. So I'm like, oh my God, I hope my other kids will come in and find me if the shit. So I start warning them, listen, this is happening.
Okay.
And it happened 4 times, and each time I was able to get up and stuff. But what he said was, they asked him, did he want to do that so he can start getting downloads and they can communicate with him from other frequencies, other people,
other portals,
and
other
stuff
realms
like that.
and stuff, right?
And I feel like that's when he sold his shit over. I'm just saying, me personally,
It
that's
makes
how I
that
feel.
would make a lot of sense because we've seen a major shift. I'm
I
like,
feel
wait,
like it happened right after YouTube deleted his account.
exactly.
Right after they deleted his account, then
He just went crazy.
Started getting weird. His
Right.
conversation started getting
He's
weird.
super
got that
flashy.
mansion.
He got that
Right,
big
the
crib.
truck with the
He got that car
Lambos.
with
It
all
was
the-
just
yeah.
he the
Yeah.
gold teeth. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, like what's going on,
Oh,
Farrah?
he
You know
turned
what
to
I-
baby.
you
He
know
turned
what
to
I-
cash money.
Right.
The
Yeah.
crazy thing is,
Damn.
I said the crazy thing is, one thing that I kept saying about him, even watching him in old videos, was he would do this thing with his tongue, like his tongue out.
Right.
And I said, what the
He had
fuck
a
is he,
lisp
like a
or
lizard?
something.
Right? And I
That's
said,
silly.
and
I
I
didn't
kept
even think
saying,
about that.
I
Yeah,
kept
right, too.
saying, this nigga young as shit. He got all this knowledge. He might be the selected out position.
No, you used to say that. You used to be like, bro, got all this knowledge. Like, and how I felt about him, he just always remind me of like Cat Williams. Like, I want Cat Williams to tell me jokes. Like, I want Cat Williams to give me knowledge. Not that Cat Williams
Right,
don't give
right.
me knowledge while he telling jokes,
Right,
because he
right.
do.
Exactly.
But I'm already in that platform.
Right.
I already got
Like-
other people for that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
right,
Like,
okay.
so
That makes
with
a lot of
him,
sense.
it's like, no, you like the Cat Williams and knowledge. Like, I'm not. Then he was just cussing too much. Like, me,
He
I
do
cuss,
cuss.
Yeah.
but he just was bitching. I'm
Yeah.
sucking. I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah.
And he
I'm
was
like,
too happy to go against other black, leaders and stuff. I'm like,
That's
hey,
true, that's
And
true.
the thing is,
More of a
he did
vigilante.
put
Right.
me on some of the black so-called leaders. He did put me on a couple of them because
Okay.
they out of pocket.
right. That
And,
is
and I
true.
just got to see that whole community just flip-flopped on each other like crazy.
But he
Which is
definitely
so
had the
weird.
swag,
You
though.
all you guys have all this knowledge about uplifting and unity, but yet you're the main ones going against
Well,
each other.
you know what it is. It's like when they know that people are waking up, they're eager to find truth. And you got those people who will prey on anything. And there's people who will prey on somebody that's looking for truth, the truth seekers, where they'll be like, oh yeah, we got these shirts we selling, right? Where you can get a trip to Egypt, you go ahead and buy this, and you go because
Oh,
we
man.
going. You got the Hoteppers.
Oh, okay, the whole tempers.
They out here Hoteppers.
I like the whole Tevers.
They out here.
that
My
one.
man Ray Higgins and
I
them.
never heard that.
Yeah.
The whole tempers.
Ray Higgins.
Ray Higgins, my old
They out here,
head.
they out here
Right.
hotepping all over our conscious, like, the conscious community and playing on our motherfucking will. We just want to know. We just want to know more. We just want to know the truth, and we're
Right.
seeking it. And you seem like you know. And
Right.
if you came from a religion like myself, you're used to a leader. So now you're programmed to have a leader. So now you're just trying to find a leader that
new
can at
leader,
least tell
right,
you the truth.
right,
Right.
You're
right.
not going within.
Within yourself.
Yeah.
You-
And anybody who try to be a leader to me, I realized I don't fuck with you. Because you would know that nobody's supposed to lead nobody but
Under
them.
yourself,
Right.
right.
I'm about to say the more
God is in
the
within
more you
yourself.
learn, the more you start to realize we don't need leaders.
Yeah.
We just
We
need
need
conscious people.
Awakenings.
We
You
need
need everybody to wake up.
We need teachers. We need scholars,
Teachers.
historians, scientists,
Right.
stuff like that. We
Not
don't
no
need
leadership.
We don't need a leader. We
Right.
don't need
We
any.
don't need no
Because
leader.
it comes
Right.
off as like cult-like. eventually.
Exactly. And then they will try to make it seem like it is a cult.
So it's like
some,
I'm not.
Some people, like I believe, people that's enlightened or conscious, you may don't have to read your instructions 15 times.
Right.
You don't need your manual 12 times. You know what I mean? Because you can. But it's some people that need leaders because they have problem with like following instruction,
That's
or
true. That's very
or they might have a delay somewhere intellectually.
Well,
you know what I mean? But
that's gonna be the ones that unfortunately might have to come back, because if you can't go within, and you don't know thyself to the point where you know that you are your own leader. You are the whiz. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't get to that point where you realize that, then you obviously are not ready to ascend.
Absolutely.
And you're not going to be able to be in a 5D type of situation. If you're not going to make it in a 4D, which we in right now, and you can't fathom the fact that you don't need somebody to hold your hand and lead the way for you, then it might not be time.
Right. I feel like I understand both sides though, like your side and his side, like because people do feel like they need guidance. So
do.
it's like they look
A
towards
teacher,
it's been stripped away from us so
no.
much.
Yeah,
people are looking for like the next Malcolm X, like, and that's
not
about to happen.
And we don't need that
in
either.
In this era is not about to happen.
Right.
It's more of a target.
We have our people though. How y'all feel about Dr. Umar?
No, I was about to say something about Dr. Umar.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dr. Umar out of pocket. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I like Dr. Umar at first, right?
I like this.
Oh,
My mom said,
But once they courting with the John, like he ain't really have his degree like that, when they start questioning his accreditation, I think that was the start of Dr. Umar. Like if he was like me, I'd have been like, I'm accredited because I live life and I'm experienced. Fuck those degrees. I mean, I got 720 degrees of knowledge. I read it and I read it twice.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't need 1 degree. I'm coming from 720 degrees. Like, Ada, you so smart. You should have kicked some shit.
Wait,
but
so
you
he really doesn't have degrees? I couldn't.
No, his accreditation ain't already accredited. So
he's
all
not
that
PhD. Okay,
MC,
all right.
MBA,
Okay, I got you.
My thing is though that
they expose
there's
it.
people with PhDs who not really in the streets and really in the field seeing what these kids is going through.
Right.
And I said the same thing you said. So that's his, I was saying that's the experience. That's 720 degrees
Exactly.
of traveling.
Somebody may have went to school to be a psychologist for kids, but if you're not really out there in the field working with the kids, if you ain't working with the kids in the hood,
I was about to say, especially our kids,
it's a big
in our
disconnect.
minds.
I'm gonna tell you
Whereas a brother like him, he's going out there. I'm not gonna say that like he's perfect. I'm not gonna say perfect,
absolutely.
We're not putting him on a pedestal, nor are we looking at him as a leader, but he's just somebody who you can look towards for certain things.
When it comes to the education and the mental health of our young men, he seems to understand that the system. He's
talking that talk now.
Yeah.
He messed up though when he started doing all this gangster shit. See, I really work. I work.
What I miss?
For these. You gotta watch him. He got on do-rags on. He rolling up. Talking about, listen here, you conscious niggas. Don't make me pull up on you. I'm like, nah, brother.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna just give y'all my perspective on Umar. Right. There's some things that's really really easy, and when you start seeing these leaders go on things like the Breakfast Club and any of these shows that we know is they are definitely
selected.
They selected opposition. He selected opposition to me. Umar is selected opposition to me.
Okay.
They have to have people like Farrakhan. They have to have people like Umar who they allow to tell certain things. For people like us that's waking up or awakened or whatever, we will flock to them. Because we like, another one that got, some sense, right? He talking like I need to hear, right? But then they use them to do nut shit in our communities, They use them to build fake schools that ain't never going to open up. And they taking money from old people, ripping off old people, polite as well. They're using a lot of them to do that. But when I see them on certain shows, I automatically know that how did they get on there? Because they're only going to let certain people in.
Right.
The 1% only going to let certain people in.
That's always been a question of mine too. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, they own the Breakfast Club. They own Puffy. Puffy owns the Breakfast Club.
Like you said, they kind of choose certain people to, I would say, decipher certain things.
Absolutely.
And kind of put a cap on us. Like, don't go no further than this.
Yeah. Okay. They the Hoteppers.
Okay. I got a better understanding. Okay.
Yeah, the Egyptologists and all that, because, they are really made to put us in, we are all African. we came off a slave ship.
Right.
And
That's what they try to say.
yeah,
But I don't think the Egyptologists will come like
Yeah,
at least not some
not
of the
all of
Egyptologists
them.
because me and her follow Kemetic, but we follow all lights
Well,
of
right.
you know, I'm not gonna say follow like we practice it.
We
but
all learn it.
We're
learning,
exactly. I was gonna say we're
We
learning.
all
We're
learning.
learning. Right.
Students.
Definitely
We all
students at the
learning.
moment.
Yeah.
Definitely
Absolutely.
students.
and that's a good thing, you know, because
Right.
that means you're seeking
Evolving,
knowledge,
Right.
and as long as you
Right.
seek the knowledge,
Right.
your inner
Right.
you going to tell you the
Right.
truth.
Right.
You gotta continue
Right.
to learn. We have
Have
to.
Right.
y'all ever checked out Dan Calloway?
Oh yeah. We love Dan Calloway.
I seen you
Definitely.
post them on your page. We rock with
Yeah.
Dan Calloway page as well. Like,
Right.
So
Right.
we got a bunch of people. Well, I ain't gonna say a
Right.
bunch, but we
But-
have our people who we reach out and
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
you know we
And-
grab certain information from.
Right. And
Because
you know,
you got people who look at Dan Calloway like he's crazy. Like,
right.
Yeah,
Right. I was just gonna say.
he doesn't have any credits or
Right.
any accolades. Who is he?
But
It's like it's a lot of scholarship on the record that our people were here before Columbus was ever born.
Exactly.
So-
And when people say
Exactly.
stuff like
Start
that,
that narrative.
it's not their job to for you like to make
You
them.
go find out for yourself.
Exactly. I was trying to word it properly,
go
but just
for
go
the-
basically
yeah.
go do the research.
Go
If you don't
look.
believe what he said, then you do
Look it
research
up.
further, and you can make your own conclusion with
And
that.
that's how
But
I feel that wholeheartedly. When I first started watching him, I didn't agree with everything he said to the point where I was researching every single thing that he said.
Exactly.
I was double checking and triple checking. Like,
Right.
hold on. And then it started to hit me like a ton of bricks. Niggas didn't have GPS.
exactly.
How the fuck y'all was going back and forth on a boat? Not even a ship, 'cause
Exactly.
they didn't have shit.
Exactly.
They didn't have engines.
Exactly.
But
And
listen,
not
but
even
listen.
taking into consideration the current.
All right, now let me
Right.
say something about that. Now, so we were told, like, were we there? Like when I think about just the Egypt, when I say, you know, I feel like the pyramids was the first power plants. You know what I mean?
feel like they was everywhere.
And-
though.
They were all around the world.
And
And the
Absolutely.
thing on the top was like when the light, there was
Gold
night
cap.
lights.
The gold cap.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
The gold catch. Because there's no way in the world you could take fire like 200, 300 feet underground. You would die. So everything they teach us is they walking down with these torches with fires down there. You would die. That the fire wouldn't even survive under there. You know what I mean?
Supposed to be no
So
oxygen down there,
Right.
everything
Right.
that they say that they didn't have, they copied off them and tried to remake
Right.
it.
Exactly.
You could go
Yeah.
to
Everything.
Egypt, you see the
Yeah.
paintings of the boats on the wall.
That's
So
what I'm
like,
saying, because
where they
why
go?
is their stuff still there and other people's stuff is called ruins? Why did it get ruined? Why is
Right.
it ruins?
Right.
Why y'all shit called ruins?
Right.
And our shit
Right.
still there.
Right.
So it's definitely something there. You just can't get manipulated by someone else's interpretation.
That's
right.
facts.
And they're stripping our history. They know exactly what to do.
They stripped it.
If you
Stripped
want to
our
do
language,
something, right?
stripped our culture, stripped our history. That's
Right.
what
And then
do
you know
to
they
people you wanna oppress.
they got them between religion and the school district.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep,
when I
yep,
looked up
yep,
when I looked up the Bible, the publishings from the Bible, it goes to the Rothschilds. You know where the publishings of the McGlaughlin and McGraw history books and all the books that the children are getting in school? To the Rothschilds.
Okay.
They
Same,
started,
same source.
You know they started eugenics.
Right,
So we're gonna talk
right,
about eugenics.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
You know that.
And it gets deeper than that because they ain't nothing but puppets too.
Exactly.
You know, but we
Exactly.
go too crazy and talk about where everything is really going. People can't, they can't understand that who's
Exactly.
really running all this shit.
Right.
But
Right.
but yeah, when you see those families and you see certain shit, they own everything. They own the entertainers. They own the fancy cars, the liquor, the fancy clothes. They own everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you see anybody pushing the shit that they got, you know something ain't right. When you see the
Right.
celebrities pushing them, when you see
Right.
them on the celebrities page,
Exactly.
they tell the celebrities who to allow on their page.
Exactly.
So when I see people like Umar, that's that's what I
Okay.
get.
Okay.
And then
That's understandable. I respect that.
yeah, and then just to see how he's living is the shit that he's doing is just not adding up. And
Uh-huh.
I don't feel him in here.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel him in here.
Okay.
And you
No.
don't gotta be perfect. You know what
No.
I mean? You could stand for something and smoke your weed and smack people up on the side. Like everybody got it in them. You know what I mean? I don't want
Right.
nobody to think that, as far as I'm just judging him because, I'm duality.
No.
I'm consciously ignorant. You know what I mean? I could be my higher self or my lower self, whoever I choose to be at that time. You know what I mean? I'm aware of that. But, I just don't like I just don't like his disposition. Like he was really going at people like a straight gangster.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
I want y'all to
On
see
some
that.
Charleston,
Okay, yeah.
on
I
some
had to-
Charleston White shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send that to y'all, cause y'all.
Too. They got him snapping out, pouring water all on himself.
Yeah, I seen he was pouring water on himself.
Yeah, that I didn't understand.
Outside the school building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, him and Pharaoh both.
So the schools, you think that was like it's never being built? Okay, so that was my. I didn't want to jump out the window and just assume that. Because I'm like, obviously they wouldn't want him to build a school, so maybe they did put. So it wasn't none of that.
But I'm gonna keep it real.
Lord, look at the team.
It is hard when you are trying to build them schools. It is hard to get the support. Especially being the person that he was and the platform that he was, if he really wanted that to happen, it would have happened. Like
they let him on the Breakfast Club.
He would have got all us to be his teachers.
I was ready to chip in.
I was say we met him. We met him personally.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. We met him personally.
I told him I'm an electrician. I'll come.
He invited him down to the school.
I told him I would volunteer.
And what happened?
Nothing. We reached out to him. We texted him. We had his number.
Hello. That's all I'm saying.
I still wish them nothing but success to that brother. Nonetheless, I wish all this. I hope he's coming through with the school and. You know what I'm saying? We'll wish the best for him.
We come up with our own.
Yeah, right.
It is what it is.
Like we get behind somebody else who's doing it.
Yeah. Or you could just.
Or we can start our own.
We can start our own.
One brick at a time.
Exactly. And that's the right idea right there.
For real.
I pulled my son out of school. My son is homeschool.
I know that.
I teach my son what I want. I'm in control of what he's learning, what he's saying. He's not. He already got to hear this music, so he don't need to hear about freaking they. We're not he or she, we're they, and they're pushing that agenda so heavy. We're not doing that whole they movement. You are what God made you. Whatever you're creative, what you're down here to be, that's who you are.
Exactly.
If you choose to do, other things in your bedroom, who gives a fuck? That's your bedroom.
Your sexual preference is yours.
Well, why do we got to bring that into the school system?
Because
you know why?
Because I identify myself as a rich white man. So y'all gonna start treating me like that's my pronoun. All right, guys.
Right.
So you're gonna treat me and identify me such.
I'm gonna tell the folks, hey, listen, I'm vaccinated. Respect. I'm vaccinated. I'm a vaccinated white man. Respect that.
Especially on that level.
I mean, if you can just say who you are, it is what it is.
I be what I want to be, right?
I can sue you, right? If you try to say I ain't who I say I think I say I am.
And that's so deep because that is them trying to put a halt to our population. They're trying to control.
I hate to cut you off, but we went an hour and it's time for us to go.
Wow.
Up next, we got Paulie and the gang, and we just thankful for letting y'all come through. Y'all come through, show us love. Y'all must come back again.
Oh yeah, yes, we would be honored to come back.
Yeah, definitely. It's your girl StarChougie here to shine a little light. We out. We'll see y'all next week.
All right, y'all.
Peace. Shop Black News, baby.
Black News. Follow them.
Yes, sir.
Oh yes, y'all.
Children, yeah.